Travis doesn't know what's worse, the death of his son or this season finale of Fear the Walking Dead. Guys, welcome back to Fog Entertainment. We're looking at North. And I think things went south, personally. What do you think?
It wasn't very good. Travis lost his son, then he had to take part in this finale, and I've been given a bit of praise to Fear the Walking Dead. I think the last few episodes have picked up a little bit. However, this finale was I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was more the ending, I think, that absolutely sucked, but we'll get there towards the end, I guess, because it was the ending. It was the ending that nobody wanted, really. It was almost like an ending for a penultimate episode, not the finale.
Yeah, I agree with that. It just seems like it's like, what, you had to wait 9 months, 12 months for another episode? Very weird. Travis, though, he's lying dazed. He's sitting there in the corner. You got Brandon and Derek dead. Who's the other guy? Who's the guy on the floor? You were even questioning
Oscar, he's the guy, I believe it's the nephew of the woman that locked the people in the hotel originally.
I think he's the guy with the ponytail. It must be another one of our family members or something. I tell you what, right? There's just too many people here we do not know of. They do not do a good job explaining it.
Yeah.
And we've watched these episodes like relatively back to back, so we should know. If they're a big deal, we should know who they are. And we don't. This guy's lying dead, right? I don't even know what's up with his brain. What would you describe it as?
Concussion?
Brain trauma? It's not concussion.
I don't know.
Considering they had to surgically remove his fucking head and drill into his skull, I don't think it's concussion. But you know what? I can understand the group at this point wanting to throw Travis out. I can. At the end of the day, yes, he's killed two people who killed his son. There's no proof that they've actually killed his son, but at the same time, he's injured this guy who was part of the group. So
but they were being arseholes and they were being hostile, and this guy got involved when he really should have just left Travis to it.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but my biggest beef here is Strand. Throwing Travis completely under the bus.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so the woman, what's her name? The hotel. We don't even Elena. Like, they've done a really bad job of giving these characters like individual personalities and stuff like that. It's on they just seem like I don't even know where they came from. It's like they all seem to be a family now. It's like 1 minute they're individuals and the next minute they're
yeah, like you've got Elena and their nephew Hector. But then he's acting very pally with the same people they were battling over control of the hotel with.
Yeah, why are they super close all of a sudden when in reality when Madison arrived they were like, oh, you can't stay here, but now they're like family? It makes no sense to me. But anyway, they don't want Travis to stay. They lock him up, they put him in like solitary confinement, I guess, in the meantime, but they're adamant that he has to leave. Madison's like, no, give him a chance. They killed his son, but they're like, no, you made the rules. Anyone gets violent, they have to leave. Even though you could technically argue that Travis has just got here and he was being violent towards people that didn't really belong in this community anyway.
I just can't believe Strand, though, is like telling Madison to completely job at her husband.
Yeah, Strand is like, just let him go, Madison. Madison's like, I can't do that. He's like, well, he left you. You can't put your daughter in danger. First of all, Travis didn't really leave his wife. He realised that in a way, he was protecting Madison by taking Chris away from her as well. So let's not just pretend that Travis walked away just to leave his wife. If you want to talk about people that walked away, what Nick did, Nick walked away. Nick literally left his mum and his sister behind to just fucking walk off on his own into a crowd of zombies. So yeah, Nick maybe abandoned his mum, but I certainly would not say Travis abandoned Madison. Don't agree with that at all. No. And there's just no loyalty here towards Strand, making it as if what Travis done, he deserves to go. He's on his own. He killed the people that killed his son. I mean, but we've seen up to this point, Travis is he's a much nicer person than Strand. He's a lot more caring than Strand. We've seen him try to rescue people in the past, whereas Strand is the opposite. Even that woman on the boat from the plane, he just cut her adrift. Basically left her to die on
Madison. I actually hate Strand. Season 2's killed him for me. I know he's only in 2 episodes of season 1, but I feel like he felt like easily like the most likable character. And here we are.
Like in the original Walking Dead, even though there's a lot of tension between Rick and Shane, Like, Rick is basically begging Herschel to let Shane stay on the farm. And I truly believe if Herschel was like, "No, you have to leave," I reckon Rick would have left with Shane. He certainly wouldn't have abandoned them.
Yeah, the group would have stayed together. Here,
But in this, there is no group. There's no like cohesion. They don't seem like they're together. Even family don't even feel like they're together. Nick literally just walked off, and we've discussed the whole Travis and Chris thing. It's like surely they should have tried to work around it and not split up. I get Chris was showing signs of being a killer and stuff like that, but I think they could have stayed together. Maybe stayed separated, maybe at night, different rooms, locked rooms or something. Just splitting up didn't seem the best bet to me.
Well, they did have different rooms and he broke into their room, so...
I know, but I think they could have tried a bit more, that's my point. Anyway, Madison's like, "Nah, I can't leave him," but Strand wants to leave him. Strand's like, "Well, I ain't going out there, I'm not going out there."
You would almost think that Strand and Madison are the couple and like Travis is just a guy they've met but they've like trusted him this whole time.
Yeah, Travis is like third wheeling. It's like, you know what? If Strand wasn't fucking gay, like you'd believe that he was trying to maybe split them up so you could get with Madison.
No, you definitely would. We cut to Nick. He's left. El Colonia or La Colonia. He looks through his binoculars. What does he see? He sees a helicopter. And what does he do? He decides to go back to La Colonia and come up with this master plan. Alejandro, we can take the refugees and we can be free. So he has a change of heart here. He was literally just willing to have all these people slaughtered. Did not care. Wasn't going to defend them against...
Well, I wouldn't say he was going to have them slaughtered. Like,
it wasn't going to help.
He was leaving them behind.
Yeah, but it's not like he played it his case and went, "Here, I know you guys listen to Alejandro, but he's going to get you killed." He just left, and Big Chris goes back to Alejandro, and essentially here to wrap all this stuff up, everyone leaves, apart from Alejandro.
Alejandro stays behind because Nick keeps reminding him that you're bitten, you're already dead. Just because you're going to die, your people don't have to die. Then he gives them the whole pep talk. These people don't believe in you because they think you're immune. They believe in you because they think you're a leader. They think you're going to protect them. Now you have a chance to protect them. You tell these people to go. You tell these people to get away, get safe, and they will listen to you because you're the man that they follow. And Alejandro then does listen to Nick, and he sets the people free, and the people then leave the community, and Alejandro stays behind. We see the other community from the supermarket. They are closing in. And again, I don't really understand why all of a sudden they're beefing. I mean, they were working together. You know, we had Luciana bringing them stock, like items and stuff, supplies, and then she was allowed to go in and get a trolley. It's like they've been working together this time, but then all of a sudden they want to kill them all. I don't really get what happened here. I guess you could argue Nick kind of caused this or whatever with him stealing and then bringing up drugs, but...
Maybe Marco and his gang just want this community where they live. But it seems like the supermarket was pretty safe to me, so I don't actually understand either what is going on here. Back to the hotel, though. What happens? Travis is, I don't know, he's making like a cup of tea or something, and then he gets like confronted by the whole gang of Hispanics. And then he's like, "Oh, it's all right. Just take me outside. I'll be dealt with here." He's actually willing to accept death here. I'll say fair play to Travis here. You can maybe argue it's a case of, well, he doesn't want to live anymore because his son just died. But he was willing to be like, "I'll accept my fate. I'll go outside. Just don't do it in front of Alicia and Madison." I think of that.
Yeah, well, that's because Travis is a good man.
He is. He's the only good guy going. I don't understand, though, how like you've only got one good guy going and the rest of them have too far gone. Strand's just a sleek thief, isn't he? He's been a thief from day one. Can't trust him. At the end of the day, but what happens here? Alicia puts a knife into the shoulder, well, into the heart, I believe, of...
Yeah, because she kills him.
Andres. It was Andres. So yeah, Andres here absolutely gets stabbed in the heart and, you know, he doesn't react. He just kind of just falls to the ground. His gun falls. Strand then picks out. He's like, "We need to run now." And then what's Strand do? Strand stays behind at the hotel. He tells him to leave. And then, like, even here, Madison's like, "Oh no, I don't know what to do. Strand, come with me. Come with me." Strand's like,
why wouldn't he go with them? How can he stay at the hotel when he's literally just helped them escape and those witnesses?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's his end game? It doesn't. Nothing about this show really makes any sense.
They're just going to say, you stood and watched Alicia kill another one of our family, and then you helped them escape after everything they've done. They're not going to want Strand at this hotel. Alright, technically, Strand didn't hurt anybody, but he did hold them at gunpoint. And he allowed the people that murdered them to get away, so I don't think they're going to really be welcoming Strand in with open arms, but he decides he's going to stay behind. Again, no fucking loyalty in this show. It's like in the original Walking Dead, you felt like the group would have stuck together, even if it meant they had to leave and possibly go to somewhere that isn't safe. You felt like the main thing was the group stuck together because of safety in numbers and that they care for each other. You just don't get this in Fear the Walking Dead. I mean, you don't even feel like the families care about each other, never mind the groups that they're with. So we get Travis, Madison, and Alicia. I mean, they drive off into the night, and that's pretty much
they get
that.
they get to the supermarket the next day, and they're wondering, where's Marco? Where's the rest of these guys, man? Come on. And may as well just wrap up the Marco stuff, right? So he goes in with 40 of his Los Hermanos gangsters, that's what they're called. They bust through the fence. They're in the courtyard with about 300 walkers. And then all 40 of them manage to squeeze through the school bus. I'm just not buying this. Look how condensed this
no
area
blood
is.
on them. They go into the little schoolyard and they shoot a couple of walkers, and then they all manage to get to the bus. They open the back door of the bus and they all sneak through the bus one by one without any of them getting caught by walkers, without any of the walkers closing in. Doesn't make fucking any sense to me, considering they were surrounded and caught. They get through the bus. They then go in towards the city, or whatever it is, the little area, location. Then we see Alejandro. He sneaks past them. He gets into the bus. He's almost dead at this stage, but he's still hanging on. He reverses the bus, or drives the bus forward. And then this obviously opens up the gap in the fence, and that allows the walkers to then come through the gap, and they start walking into the city. They start closing in on the people from the supermarket. People from the supermarket start shooting, and we're going to assume that they survive, but they don't, because we later see when Madison and Travis get there, everyone has died. Now, I don't think this is long after. I'm going to assume maybe an hour, couple hours max.
It can't be, because Alejandro's still alive. That's the thing. It can't be.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a couple
That's
hours.
what I'm saying. So for people saying here, oh well, it could be a couple of days, and then the Los Hermanos gangsters lost their battle here against the. No, this makes
maybe Alejandro was incurable, or
you know what, right? See, this could have been a 10 out of 10 episode, but see something like this. This is completely breaking. It is. This is the sort of stuff that just breaks shows. This is horrendous. This makes no sense how all these guys turn.
We'll go explain it.
Wait, well,
rather than just throwing out the word horrendous.
Right, how
can
all of him and his lieutenants and gangsters turn before Alejandro turns in the space of like an hour? How did they even all get caught? Let alone get
that doesn't really bother me, the turning part, although that is bullshit. What bothers me is when they sneaked in and they were in the yard, they were in such a closed, confined area with the walkers seemingly surrounding them and on them, yet they had no problem getting in, got into the bus single file, and they survived. Yet when the walkers get into the city and they've got a lot more open area, they've got more avenues, more ways to escape, they can go back and go to the left and go to the right. They've got a lot of distance between themselves and the walkers. They're not in a confined space. They've got, like I said, different ways of escaping. Somehow they all get fucking wiped out. And they've got big, heavy firepower. It made zero fucking sense. I mean, maybe if one or two people get bit, then possibly. But for the whole crew to get wiped out, and then by the time Madison and Travis arrive, they're all fucking turned. And they're all undead. They're not laying there on the ground with chunks. And that another thing, it's like, surely if you die, it's like, in this scenario, considering we're supposed to believe they were caught and bitten, and like, wouldn't they be dismembered and laying on the ground and not much of them left to reanimate?
Yeah, so what, did all of them get bit?
And then ran away to safety? And
this would be like when Jim get bit, right? And then it turns out when Sophia gets revealed in the barn that Sophia actually turned before Jim, and Jim's just still lying out the side of the tree in the mid-season finale.
Like, it makes sense for Alejandro because he got bit and then he was taken care of and he's been on the bus. But with the people that came through the supermarket, for them to get attacked by the walkers, if the walkers took them down, then it's not like the walkers are just going to bite them once then walk off. They're going to fucking eat them. So how are all these people running about, or walking about undead, a couple hours later? And like, there was, for them all to get killed, it just doesn't make any fucking sense, man.
No, like, we've seen, like, 6 episodes ago, maybe more than that, near 10 episodes ago, the group melee combat outside the church, taking out, I mean, I'm not saying the Horde was the same size, but they had no guns. No, remember that?
Yeah, these people with guns.
40 men with assault rifles, right? Pretty much unlimited ammo because they're spraying up in the air and they can't take out these walkers.
They used Herschel's cheat codes.
Honestly, this was horrendous. Anyway, and then the episode pretty much ends with Nick, Rosianna, and the colonists. They actually go across the border. Would you call this illegal, or would you call it not illegal? Legal or illegal?
Well, I think considering the situation, I don't think anything's really illegal
It's funny
anymore.
though, right? They all think they're getting across. Born in the USA.
Big evil white guys come and stop them.
That's pretty much what happens, guys.
Shoot a couple of them too. Although, I do believe Nick's group were shooting first. I think they fired the first shot.
I think they did, yeah.
So,
I think a smoke grenade got thrown, and then they fired the first shots, but yeah, so they go back across the border. They go, I'm going to assume this is the same group that Wayne Unser is a part of, dating Callie.
was he a cop? Or
I'm not
army?
saying he's a cop, but I think it must be, because, I mean, he found her.
Hold on, look at the fucking situation. I mean, the whole world's went to shite, and these people are their main priority is to stop illegals getting across the border. They don't do a good job of that under the Biden administration, but they're going to wait till the world turns to shit and then try and stop people from crossing.
I know, it's batshit crazy.
This just seems like a forced storyline to try and portray like the white army guys as like almost racist by not wanting Mexicans in. That's what I'm going to assume is going to happen here.
Yeah,
Just doesn't make fucking any sense to me.
and they'll
Yeah.
let Nick live. Because you look Caucasian a little bit, Nick. And then, like, the final scene of this episode is Madison putting down Alejandro. The season.
Alejandro explains that I know Nick, and then that's it. The episode ends with basically him just saying to Madison, yeah, I know Nick, now kill me. I mean, like, really?
How much better would this episode have been, though, if it was, like, just that La Calania place staying, fending off, like, that his group, or maybe his group attacking the hotel or something. I just feel like the road they went down absolutely sucked. Like, his entire faction, like 40 men getting wiped out in an open space. Like you said, the area in the courtyard, they all squeeze through the bus. But here they are in a big, massive, like,
See if
town.
they got taken out in the courtyard, I could have accepted it.
Yeah.
Because you've got nowhere to run. You're literally surrounded 360 by walkers. That is fair enough. But when they get into the city and you've just got space and like avenues of escape to go into.
The final scene before we see them all bit is them running up a flight of stairs. Like, up into the hills.
And like when you think of the numbers, they weren't. I don't think they were outnumbered any more than like 3-1.
Well, let's just do the math, right?
Now, if they have full clips of heavy assault
If
rifle,
you have 40 men and you have 30 clips in your assault rifle, I mean, there you go. There is 1,200 bullets. There was
he
not.
didn't have 40 men. He had about 20.
Yeah, I counted them. It was closer to 40 than it was 20. See that scene when I seen a bunch of Hispanics
I will
running down the
go
bridge?
back to math school, mate. Right.
Yeah, I guarantee you there was at least 40.
Right, well, someone can go back and watch it for me, because I ain't certainly ain't doing it. Someone go back and watch and confirm the
Point
number.
is, right, they had enough bullets to kill these walkers, and they didn't have enough bullets. Melee weapons, they've got knives. Come on. It's fucking ridiculous. And then, they all turned before Alejandro. No, get that in the bin. Honestly.
Why didn't they just fucking cover themselves in blood? They would have been alright.
No, exact. No, the thing it does is for me, turn before Alejandro. He got bit like
Alejandro.
He got bit 2 days ago. They got bit 10 minutes ago.
Well, Alejandro's immune. I think he's still alive.
Well,
Plot twist.
this show is not immune to shit ratings, guys. I'm going.
Alejandro's coming back, season 8 finale.
Is he? I'm giving it a 1. A big fat 1.
Yeah, it wasn't good, especially for a finale. I don't think it started off amazing, but I don't know. At least the first half didn't ruin it for me. The second half did. The believability of them all getting wiped out and then turning before Alejandro. And like I said earlier, I mean, surely if they got caught and these walkers were attacking them and eating them in large numbers, then you would see like they would be like the walkers that get ate so much that they're like dismembered and there's not enough like body parts and ligaments to reanimate and like walk. But these were all fine. It didn't make any fucking sense. It wasn't a good finale. Again, we didn't get anything to do with Ophelia. We haven't seen Daniel since the mid-season finale. We get Date and Callie debuting last episode. Didn't get to see him here. It's like, where is the continuity in this show? There isn't any.
If the Los Hermanos, right, could clear out all the blocks beside their supermarket, why can't they clear it this time? Like, think of it. They practically owned this set. There was no walkers literally in between La Colina, and the Los Hermanos. Makes no sense, but I'm giving it a 1. You're giving it a 1. Season 3
I didn't say 1.
Did you know? What did you say?
I didn't give a rating. You interrupted me.
You're giving it a 1, aren't you?
I'll give it a 3.
A 3?
Aye.
What are you watching? 2 out of 10?
Aye,
That's unacceptable. We're going to add all these ratings up. I don't think I'll get above a 20. Which is bad. Seriously bad. But anyway, that is us until season 3. We'll rank every episode, every character, and every death. I'm not looking forward to every episode. And every character as well. Holy moly. That's going to be painful, isn't it?
Too many shite characters that don't deserve to be on the list, but we'll probably include them anyway because why not?
Why not, guys? But anyway, the greatest character of all time, Travis. I think he's got an episode left, and then it's all good night from there. But until then, peace.